All right, so for this first video, we are going to look at solving two variable linear equations and the first step, which is identifying variables. Okay, so we've talked a lot about our linear equation. And if I write the linear equation, we all know by now it is y equals mx plus b. And we have talked a ton about our m and our b, okay? And that doesn't go away, but there's also some things that we need to know about our x and our y. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So in a situation, you are going to be given like a set of circumstances, and you need to be able to figure out what is my x representing in the situation and what does my y represent. So what you need to know about this is our x, that is our independent variable. And you might have heard this before, independent variable. Okay, and that makes the y a dependent variable. Okay, well, what does that really mean? Independent and dependent. What do those words mean? Well, independent means it's by itself. Dependent means that it's depending on something else. So the y is dependent on your x. So what does this really mean? Well, in terms that are a little bit more easy for us to understand, what this really means is that x changes our y. Our x variable, whatever it is, our y. And it also means that y does not change x. So this is a little bit ambiguous at this point. Let's see how we can apply that. The other thing is what we're really talking about here is units. Okay, units of measurement. That's really what we're talking about. Okay. So let's look at this first example. So Brian has $25. Every month he earns $50 from doing chores. If you were going to write an equation in the format y equals mx plus b, what would the units be for x and y? So I'm going to look at this situation and see what units do I see. Well, I notice that he has $25, okay? So those dollars right there, that is a unit, right? A unit of measurement. And then the other measurement is we have the months, okay? The other measurement we're talking about here is months. Well, which one affects what? Does months affect how much money you have, or does how much money affect how many months it's been? So let's think about that. Which one changes what? Well, the months, if you're earning money every month, then the months change the money. So that makes this our independent variable, our x, and this our dependent variable. So the x, what units are they talking about? Well, it's time. They're talking about months. Our y is talking about $25. Dollars would be the units there. Okay, let's try another example. So we're going to look for x changes y. So Maria's in a marathon race. As she passes the 3-mile marker, she looks at her watch and sees that she has been running for 18 minutes. Same question, if you were going to write an equation in the format y equals mx plus b, what would the units be for x and y? So Maria is in a race. She passes the 3-mile. So there's a unit there. Maybe that mile has something to do with it. And she looks at her watch to see that she has been running for 18 minutes. Okay, those are my two units that they mentioned. Minutes and miles. Well, which one affects which? Do your miles change your minutes, or do your minutes change your mile? Well, yeah, if you're running, every minute is changing your mile. So that means that this is our x, minutes changing our mile. So my x is minutes, and my y is miles. Okay, let's try one more. This one's a little bit trickier. So Alex Honnold is the world's best rock climber. His most famous climb, a free solo of El Capitan, is 7,569 feet at the top. It took him under 4 hours to complete the climb. If you were going to write an equation showing the relationship between the elevation and time, what would these units for x and y be? Go ahead and try this, and then we'll do it together. So this is what you should have gotten. See if you got it right.